Corporate social responsibility, or CSR, comes from the idea that corporations should be responsible beyond making profit. As part of society, they should also operate in ways that positively impact the environment, society and the economy. The tobacco industry has not missed this opportunity and has been actively conducting CSR programs like other corporations. However, the tobacco industry is not like any other industry. Here are 3 reasons why tobacco industry-related CSR activity should be banned, as recommended by the WHO Framework Convention on Tobacco Control. 1. There is an irreconcilable difference between the impact of the tobacco industry and the goals of CSR. In principle, there is an inherent contradiction when the tobacco industry, which makes its money by selling products that causes death and diseases, engages in activities that are socially responsible. The entire industry thrives on peddling a range of products that are so lethal that kills half of their consumers. CSR is used to distract people from the harms of its products, but no amount of CSR can offset this deadly impact. A sincere interest in social responsibility should move them to shut down operations and save millions of people from tobacco-related deaths. 2. Tobacco industry-related CSR activities are strategies to protect their business from threats. The tobacco industry has used CSR programs to evade bans on advertising, to use it as a form of sponsorship, to buy public goodwill, to gain access to senior officials and influence policy, and to delay implementation of tobacco control policies. For example, youth smoking prevention programs, when designed and conducted by the tobacco industry, are shown to be ineffective, allow access to minors, and makes the tobacco industry appear more appealing. These programs make it seem that the tobacco industry is providing a public service, proposing solutions for the problem it creates. In reality, they distract from proven effective measures recommended under the WHO Framework Convention on Tobacco Control. 3. CSR programs to give back cannot cover the staggering social and environmental costs of tobacco. To illustrate, conducting education programs for tobacco growers cannot compensate for the low prices that the industry pays for their tobacco leaves, which keeps the farmers trapped in a cycle of poverty. Tobacco growing also exposes them to the harms of green tobacco sickness. Industry-led tree planting programs cannot balance the destructive deforestation that happens during the tobacco curing process. Industry-supported scholarships for children of tobacco farmers cannot obscure its history of benefiting from cheap tobacco prices through child labour. Clearly, the tobacco industry's CSR programs are more of a greenwash for the wide spectrum of harms this business causes to society. Yet, it is also a challenge to curb these activities because the practice is entrenched and the opportunity to receive funding is attractive to the most vulnerable communities, especially when there are poor people relying on these. However, there is a valid reason to ban such CSR activities by the tobacco industry. There must not be allowed another way to manipulate public opinion and policymakers, nor be able to use CSR as a protection from regulation. At the end of the day, the world does not need more empty good deeds and persuasive strategies. The world needs true and concrete accountability for all the harms the tobacco industry has caused in the lives of people and on the environment everywhere. And the WHO FCTC provides the standards for regulating tobacco in its different aspects, including denormalising CSR activities.